is not a purebred bitch.
What?
And that Lil Baby and all the gangster shit that he has rapped and all the niggas he sent on hits and all the street shit he's been talking about, he wouldn't be scared of a blogger in a situation where nobody could go to jail, only a little bit bruised ego, and maybe a black eye. I'm thinking he's not a fucking bitch and that he will represent Atlanta because Atlanta hasn't had the best reputation recently. And I don't think one of their guys that talk the craziest on records will be ducking a fade from a blogger who everybody considers soft. And especially one that his man, even though falsely, is claiming that he slapped. So
What's up, yo? Welcome to another episode of Vid1 Reacts. Man. Lil Baby running. He's running. Just like Academics said. He's like, yo, watch him put up the price. He don't want to fight. That dude don't want to fight. And I mean, why would he? Huh? He gets beat up, he loses out. He beats up, he still loses out because it's like, you beat up Academics. Who the fuck is that? He ain't nobody. You dig? But then here's the problem. Now the streets is like, yo, you scared, bro? So now he's stuck between a rock and a hard place. So then what he tried to do was he tried to up the ante, just like Academics said. Let's hear ADIN right now.
You know, obviously, when I went to Lil Baby, I thought, you know, we can make this fight happen. I wanted to give him a real number, but 30 to 40 million for him, we can't do that right now.
40 million? Get the fuck out of here, bro. What are you, fucking stupid? Huh? Championship fighters don't make 40 million. Huh? You crazy, bro? To fight Academics? When the nigga's talking crazy yo, that nigga was talking crazy about you, bro. Huh? He invited you to all types of places, bro. Crazy.
You know, that's kind of what it is. When you're Lil Baby, you're a rapper, you have cred, you can't like blow that. And you know, I came to him trying to be like, yo, I could probably get you that 30, but it's tough, and I can't do it. I wish I had the money to do it. I would pay for it. But I just think Lil Baby, he doesn't want to be on this internet. He doesn't want to fuck with it. So I just think he just doesn't want a piece to talk about it. And I'm gonna let that shit not talk about it because he got mad at me too. I'm not trying to create problems with anybody. I was trying to really make out of money.
Bro. This nigga's bugged out. You fucking stupid. Niggas be bugged out, bro. Like 40 mil? Nah, bro. We're not doing that, bro. But anyway, so now this is Academics going bananas. After Lil Baby up the ante just to back out. And to be honest with you, right now,
on what is the current status of the fight with LIL Baby. Okay?
Oh boy.
Listen, I don't know what's going on in the world chat. I called LIL Baby out to a fade. He supposedly agreed. And I look up on Instagram and it looked like he just did raid my room with Jada Waiter. He's posting with a purse. I don't know what the fuck is going on, chat.
Crazy.
I call him
Crazy, bro. He just disrespecting the nigga. You know what he said about the purse? He said that he calling him, you know, a little fruity.
and out to a fight. He says he's down to fight and he posted up a purse. I don't know what to make of this shit, okay? You know what I mean? I don't know, chat. I did tell y'all, the niggas who are a little zesty might fuck you up or walk you down. Like the zesty niggas, they're the niggas with the shit. So
Yes, loca que está. Yes. He look crazy, bro. What's up with you, bro? These niggas be bugging, bro. What possessing you to have a purse, man? Man, purse or not?
can't I don't. Ooh, who's that? Sky High Grad Tomorrow. Thank you for the 5 gifted membership. I don't know if I should be scared of LIL BABY. He posted up a purse. I think that's a Birkin. Okay. So I don't know if I should be scared or I should feel comforted because look like this guy has turned from full-on gangster to now a metrosexual. So I don't know which one it is, but we're gonna figure it out. Okay, I'll give you the latest update on what's going on with the fight, but there is some happening news with that. Okay. I'll give you the update of the LIL BABY situation in general. Also, Kevin Gates and Brittany Renner, they're kind of getting into it. Also, what do I have? YB. Oh, there's some YB stuff. There's some YB stuff we could talk about. Javante Davis getting arrested. He got arrested because, well, first of all, he started beef with me while he was on the run. That was the stupidest thing ever, right? It's like 11 more months ago. The announcement is, and this is why really I'm streaming today. Starting tomorrow, we're doing the first 28. Yes, we're doing every day in February. I'll be trying to do what I did in December. I kind of like that cadence. It kind of grounded me. So every day in February it's the shortest month of the year. So maybe I'm pussy for that. But still, I'm streaming every day in February, some way, somehow, IRL, catch me somewhere. I don't.
Fuck this nigga talking about.
And I said, oh, word, all right, we'll see. And it said act. So I was telling them to drop. I said, Wham, whatever the album was called. I said, y'all should drop the last. We might talk about that at a different time. But
here you go.
It was never that deep. I was just like, he dissed me on a song. You see how your song is popular? Well, I got a stream and I got a lot of time that might do this.
Okay, so right here he starts talking about, like you asking for all this money, but you made mad money off your album sales. Like you don't need the money. And then you don't make $1 million a venue, So what the fuck you talking about $40 million? But that's Baby's way of getting out of it because he loses out. But at the end of the day, because the streets is gonna be talking, and then his credentials is gonna be off, and then this dude, he's not gonna let down on the pedal. He's gonna press the pedal more. What you think is gonna happen? Lil Baby, you're gonna have to fucking fight your way out, nigga. Knock this nigga the fuck out, and that's it. That's how you do it. You just knock him, boom, 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 knock them out. Yeah, fuck that. And the next nigga that come through, I'm knocking them out too.
Same, And I told P, I said, P, you know what? I'm not going to talk about the album, good or bad. I won't say nothing about it. Essentially, I cleared the way for over a month of no academics saying nothing until his album dropped. And if y'all look at it, the first time I did any type of review on it was after the first week sales were in. That was me doing a solid for Lil Baby's boss who runs QC. Not Lil Baby, for Lil Baby's boss. He's been a good guy to me. We've had a good relationship and we still have a good relationship. That was a favor, okay? Now, if people are mad at me that I did a favor, I do favors all the time. If 6ix9ine got out of jail today and be like, Ack, I need a favor, it's my guy, I probably would do the favor. So, out of a favor to his boss, I fell back. The album comes out. I forgot what it sells. Let's figure it out. Wham first week sales. By the way, chat, order some food right now. Roll up some weed. Call your girl over or tell her don't come over. We're gonna be in here for a couple of hours. You're probably gonna have to, you're gonna have to be in here for a long time. Okay, we got a lot of shit to get to. By the way, I'm gonna get this knocked out in 20 minutes or so. We have a bunch of topics, so we gotta just keep rocking for the whole night. All right, so please get comfortable. So yeah, the album came out January 8th. It sold 140. Now, keep in mind, his last one sold like damn near 300 or close to it, right? What was it called? It's Only Me? It's Only Me album first week sales. This is one he dissed me on, right? So this one did 216. I said, fine, I ain't going to talk about it. I gave him probably about 7 weeks of lead time. No academic shitting on the album. The album comes out, the Wham album, and it does 140 first week. Okay? Which low key was 50,000 sales in. We might talk about that at a different time. But
Are you trying to play him?
it did 140,000. I get what's going on. Like, I could see it. At that point, Baby's low-key washed. Not gonna lie to you, okay? Now, you gotta realize, like, Lil Baby's, Lil Baby is a product. He's like a mush mouth rapper. He was always a product of, he had like this, like he was one of them niggas who, like, he talk in cursive, right? And it kind of worked until we realized that he only had one melody to offer, and he used it 30 times, and we're like, yeah, I think this is over, right? But the album comes out, and the first week sales give people some, it gives people some type of, it gives people some, like, hope, like, it's not over for Baby. So the album comes out, so the album comes out, gives some hope that it's not over for him. And I don't really speak on the album, right? I give my opinion afterwards. The album.
You see what I mean? This nigga be getting me tight because he talking crazy about you, bro. Right now he's saying you wash, bro. Straight up. He being nice about it. I ain't. He telling you you wash. You don't want to fight. You a punk. What you gonna do about it? The streets is over when it comes to you. Where he from? ATL? I'm try that shit with a nigga from New York. Niggas in New York ain't having that shit. I'll tell you that. Huh.
Wasn't all that good. To be honest, yeah, it wasn't trash. It was just middle of the road. It was just middle of the road. It was an average album, and it's not what we think it would be. And if you guys remember, he announced he was going to drop 2 projects. He says, I'm going to drop Wham, and I'm going
Crazy. This nigga's just straight eating that nigga's money out. Telling you, bro. If he don't fuck this nigga up, like, yo, come on, I'm gonna do this shit for free. Fuck 40 mil. Boom, 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 boom. Fuck him up. And then be like, and when they be like, yo, you a bully, and you be like, yeah, I'm that bully, nigga. Fuck that shit. Trust me on that. He'll probably even sell more records.
to drop Dominique. The album really went into a tailspin midweek. I could tell you how I know that later. And remember, I told you 140. We'll get to that. But if y'all notice, the second album never really came. Right? Remember, he said, I'm about to drop another album. Now, keep in mind, there's other things going on in the background, which, again, I know, but keep in mind, and for all y'all Clipper pages and even Lil Baby pages, Lil Baby at this point, which I've pointed out for the longest, and this is why when y'all say, Ak, why are you interested in a boxing match with Lil Baby? I'm actually really don't think the nigga like that. I'm not saying he don't got people around him.
Crazy. Here we go again. He's talking crazy. He's like, yo, this nigga's not about that life. And I must prove it to the world. This nigga ain't about that life. You understand? So now what's going on, little baby? What you gonna do? You gonna put your hands up? You gonna fight? What you gonna do, bro? Like, yo, get with your team. Call Aiden. Tell Aiden that you're gonna do it for 10 mil. Matter of fact, do that shit for free, bro. I bet you can sell mad records after you fucking do that shit for free. Wipe this nigga. But you know, the bad part about it is, what if he gets in the ring and Ag hits him with the Hailmaker? Oh shit, he's down. Ag, he's the king, Mike Tyson.
That might be like that. Not a nigga that try to do whatever. But I really don't think Lil Baby like that. So he gonna have to prove to me.
Oh,
Lil Baby, while doing a promo for this, And I remember asking P, I said, P, he not dissing me on this album again, right? He say, Lil Baby learned his lesson. That's what they told me. He learned his lesson. He's not dissing you. All right. Yeah, yo, this little mushmouth retarded nigga better not try to diss me again. That was the worst mistake of his career, nigga. So I said, I bet. I laid off. The album sales come out. I'm like, cool. Keep in mind what's really happening, and one of the things that nobody wants to talk about Lil Baby when it comes to why his music has declined, not only does he have one particular flow that was being reused and we've seen him make the same song over and over again, what was happening is that Lil Baby was actively trying to dodge a RICO charge. Yes. Fonnie Willis was investigating some of the people that is associated with him, not him, but you know how it goes. If you're the leader of Faux PF, you're going to go down with Faux PF, right? Even though they're doing the shootings, they're doing the robbings, they're doing whatever. So Lil Baby, because he's terrified, he doesn't want to go down in a Faux.
Telling you, bro. This nigga putting your business out there. Lil Baby, man, here's a letter to you, man. This nigga putting your business out there. He's calling you a PUSSY. He telling you ain't from the streets. He said you ain't about that life. He said he could fade you fast. That you ain't even built for that. That he'll come down on weight. That you don't even gotta go up. That's disrespectful. From what my cousin told me, he said that coming down weight is harder than to go up. Crazy. Disrespecting you to the fullest. And you're not gonna do nothing about it. Your first response is, I need 40 mil. Oh, Aiden can't come up with 40 mil to give it to you. What the fuck are they gonna make? What money they're gonna make? You understand? It has to make sense, but you don't want it to make sense because you don't want to fight. But here's the backlash to that. The backlash to that is now the streets are gonna talk, and you're gonna be talked out of a career, bro. Yo, that nigga's pussy. Ba-da-da. He can't fight. He backed out. And then every time this dude is gonna be on, he's gonna be like, yeah, kicking little baby jokes. And what you gonna do about it? Nothing. And then if something happens to him aside from anywhere, they're gonna blame you. You might as well get in the ring, beat the shit out of this nigga. You understand what I'm saying? Then just stand over him and be like, yeah, and kick a verse on the streamers. Those little baby, yeah, boom, fuck that. And watch your next record sales.
OPF RICO. And by the way, you could go back to, like, I don't want to keep dragging this out. There was two people that were being heavily investigated. I have really good sources and intel on this. They were investigating Dirk. It wasn't an OTF RICO. It was Dirk in Atlanta. They were investigating. And they were investigating Baby. Both of them. They declined to indict Dirk. The feds picked it up. We see where Dirk is at. Lil Baby had the intel. Here's the thing how people have the intel. As we seen from the YSL case, everybody is fucking the clerks. Didn't we see one of the clerks posing with Woody with her ass out? The lawyers is fucking the criminals. The judges is winking at the defendants. It's a shit show. It's Love and Hip Hop courtroom edition when you go down to Fulton County. Everybody fucking, the bailiff sucking off this guy. It's crazy. It's ridiculous. I'm female bailiff, of course. So, Lab knew that there was an indictment pending of potential 4PF indictment pending. And if the indictment came down, the likelihood that the guy who's a self-proclaimed boss of 4PF was most likely going to be indicted. What did Lil Baby do? Lil Baby disavowed. He dropped his flag, basically. He did the hocus pocus. He dropped his flag. He's no longer Faux PF. He changed his Twitter name. There's no more 4PF raps. He comes up with basically some, like, I don't know, whatever the hell. He just makes some shit up that he probably just seen, like, I don't know, in a bathroom stall. He just said, we're a CBFW. We can't be fucked with. That was the only thing to get away from the...
That's crazy. This nigga just putting your shit out there, bro. I mean, you got to put a stop to it. I'm telling you. If you don't put a stop to it, it's going to end with your career.
But right after his album comes out, right? Or actually, is it before his album come out? I can't remember. Rod Wave calls me and says, yo, you know, Wham called me, was saying why I was hanging with you. And I'm like, yo, who gives a fuck what Lil Baby got to say? But whatever, these rappers are friends. You know, I can't knock it.
See, that sense of disrespect is never going to stop because he feels like he manhandle you. That shit's not going to stop, little baby. You better get on your stroka shit. Man up. Get in the gym. Get on your Rocky shit, motherfucker.
And I saluted Rod Wave because Rod Wave was real. Rod Wave could have tucked his tail because he's like, well, I could get a Lil Baby feature for free. I don't know. But he actually told Lil Baby, man, I rock with Ak. Ak has always supported me in my career. He's a really good guy. Like, he's a good guy to me. And he even further went on to say, baby, if you and him don't get along, it's probably just disagreement. He's not like a guy who's like really like hatred, like a hater like that. Anyway, he offers to put us on the phone. I guess Lil Baby fucks with him enough that Lil Baby was like, I don't talk to this pussy ass nigga, but fine, I will. Rod Wave calls me up and said, Ak, I don't really know the full situation with y'all, but, I could tell y'all don't get along. And, I'm cool with you. I'm cool with him. Can I put y'all on the phone? I said, of course. I don't have no personal thing against him. I just responded to him dissing me on a song. When you diss me on a song, you diss me. You think you diss me for one time. I'm going to diss you for a year. Straight up. Like a whole year. Like every day. Like the next 28 days. The whole year. You feel me? So we get on the phone, whatever. He's telling me all this 4 p.m. No, he wasn't talking 4 p.m. stuff. He was just like, We did have some disagreements that was kind of like, really was really no beef. So he was explaining why he dissed me on the song, and I was explaining why I said certain things. And, no apologies, but we just, we kind of like exchanged numbers, realized this bullshit. And what I give Rod Wave credit for, and this is why, like, I'm always open to, like, kind of patching things to work a cash app. And I'm like, yo, nigga confidently said that. Yeah. He said on Bad. He said, real dope boy. He said, beep, next man gonna get back. Real dope boy, don't even know how to work a cash app. And I knew back then, I'm like, I don't think this is the flex he think it is, but whatever, okay? I blame it on retardation. So anyway, that's how we kind of got, like, I don't want to say cool, but we got on speaking terms, which means, and for me, that's true, which was another sucker move by me. He said, he was like, yo, he said, if something happened, you got hurt? Like, he asked me if I got hurt, and I said, nah. I said they swung on me. They didn't miss though, but like they swung on me, and it was like mentioning like 4 PF, and he was like, nah, twin, chop with that police shit. He's in the bed while he's saying this. Cool, but of course, my green ass, I'm like, well, he can't be behind this. He's asking if I'm good. Like, yo, he's checking up on me at this point. Yo, you good? You get hurt? Nah, I ain't get hurt. But like, yo, why would somebody swing on me? So, of course, my green ass, I'm like, he's definitely not behind this. And then he gives me the lamest excuse, which I believe in a moment. He's like, twin, you got to realize, like, it's a lot of people who fuck with me. Twin, like, it's a lot of emotional, man. Like, like, people love me for real. Like, like, I'm really from my city, It's like, yo, man, here's the thing, man. When we talk, like, I ain't really tell everybody that we talk. It was just really talk, like,
He really trying to sound like him.
But a lot of people don't really know. And I ain't gonna lie, I fell for that bullshit. I was like, that makes sense. He didn't put out a press release to the gang. Like, I don't know if there's a gang group chat. Hey, gang, me and Akademiks are... you know, and I spoke to a bunch of people. The reason why I'm acting like I'm acting is that, yeah, Lil Baby didn't do nothing, but I didn't bring it online, and I said, you know what? Whatever the issue is with that situation, I'm gonna keep it with that nigga. Whatever it is, I'm gonna keep it with that nigga. Because you have disavowed it. You said, that's my man. He agreed that's his man. But he said, I didn't co-sign that and I didn't send it. I'm not with that. And I'm taking you as your word. Otherwise, I just think you a bitch for getting on the phone with me because you didn't have to. You could have just leave it up in the air with speculation. Don't get on the phone. It's like shaking a man's hand, saying like, yo, I'm over it, but you're really not. So, when it comes to light, I get at him because whether you sent it or not, you didn't do what's the man situation or the man thing to do in that situation. In reality, he should have grabbed the little nigga, put us all on the phone, and say, yo, bro, this shit was a mistake. Me and you, we trying to.
Nah, he ain't had to do nothing, bro. You had to get out the car and slap the little nigga. But nah, you ain't do none of that. So then, what the fuck you talking about, Ack?
I also checked him. Now,
Check
I,
it.
I could tell it from a mile away when find me, and to both of those things, I say, fuck y'all. I'm gonna tell you why. Either you're lying that you checked the nigga, or your checking ain't good enough, and all that faux PF bullshit ain't worth nothing. Because if you can't put your assistant in check, what type of boss are you? You get what I'm saying? So like, bro, so all those calls and it came back to me, it was like, I look like you're doing the most. No, I'm doing the most because now there's a boxing match on the line. It's no more time to get on the phone. We don't want to get on the phone no more. Let's get in the ring. And that's where we are now. So the latest on the boxing match, and I know we do got to move on and we got to get to other things. The latest on the boxing match is I'm hearing Lil Baby only said it out of not trying to look pussy. He got no intention to get in that ring, and it will be a situation where he says he can't do it at no matter what the time, and he won't do it for no matter what the price. He's going to say his price is higher. He got this, he got that. That's currently the thing. Okay?
Yeah, but that's what I told you. If they come up with the 40 million, he's not gonna go. Cause he's scared of getting knocked out. If he gets knocked out, his career's over. If he doesn't fight, his career's over. I'm telling you, the only way out this bitch is by you getting in that ring and fucking act up.
I'm trying to push the fight forward. I do believe in hip hop. We got to set better examples, right? Lil Baby's trying to duck a Rico. 4PF was a bunch of niggas who did a bunch of shootings. He don't want to be a part of it no more. He's claiming some other goofy shit. So let's do the honorable thing and show people how you don't get a Rico, because that's the dumb shit that YFN Lucci and also Young Thug did, and they both asses was in jail. How about we do the man thing and just get in the ring? It's entertainment, whether you beat me up or I knock you the fuck out.
Oh,
It's
shit.
entertainment. Everybody goes home. We could shake hands and let bygones be bygones. Even though I don't think it's that serious. Real, right? You know what I mean? Well, it is kind of that serious now. But, you know, I think his thing to fight me for is for he thinks I'm the only thing stopping his music career. Because in his mind, he think like he Drake. I ain't gonna lie to you. He think like he was on like about to be up there with Drake, and I stepped on his shit, and like his shit started going down. So I'm like, I don't know, like shit, we could put it in the contract. I'll never speak his name again. I'm down for that. But I am trying to proceed with hopefully getting the fight. He hasn't officially turned down the fight yet. I'm still waiting on Aiden to, facilitate certain things. I will say this. This is also another announcement. In anticipation that Lil Baby is not a purebred bitch.
Woo!
And that Lil Baby and all the gangster shit that he has rapped and all the niggas he sent on hits and all the street shit he's been talking about, he wouldn't be scared of a blogger in a situation where nobody could go to jail, only a little bit bruised ego, and maybe a black eye. I'm thinking he's not a fucking bitch and that he will represent Atlanta because Atlanta hasn't had the best reputation recently. And I don't think one of their guys that talk the craziest on records will be ducking a fade from a blogger who everybody considers soft. And especially one that his man, even though falsely, is claiming that he slapped. So I believe that this fight will eventually happen. I rather sooner than later. But in preparation for it, I have taken steps and I'll be starting training, boxing training that is, right after the Super Bowl. So I'll be, I'm going to stream.
Oh shit. That nigga, yo, bro. You gotta represent ATL. You gotta represent yourself. You gotta represent the league, everything. Everything. The culture. Huh? You a rapper. That's a blogger. Huh? If he's so soft and all that shit you talking about, man, listen. All I'm saying is you better get your shit on, little baby. And that's enough for me, man. I don't even want to hear it no more until little baby says something about this shit. Until he don't fucking sign the contract, I don't want to hear it from little baby anymore. I don't even want to hear a record, nothing, no songs, nothing. Honestly, you better get that fade on, straight up. Let me know what you think. Should little baby fight? Should he keep away? What price should he do it for? Like, subscribe, comment. Let me know what you think. Till next time, man. Peace.